the pace and pulse of your being. Let us not be too old to remember how it is to be young. Right? Let us look back. Maybe I should take notes from now so that I will remember how it is to be young while I still have some youth in me. Because we forget. We forget, and then sometimes we can't relate, and sometimes we don't know how to deal with the youth. So we will have those challenges as well. Let us be mindful. So just a really nice kind of tribute to Trinidad and Tobago and to the Caribbean. It gives you a feel as well of what Michael Teja grasps as our culture. It gives you a feel of what he grasps from the people or the people around him as Trinbagonian, as Caribbean. And therefore, we can look at that. We can see where it is beautiful in certain ways and where there are shortcomings and where we need to adjust the way that we direct our society to produce a more refined Trinbagonian, Caribbean citizen, human being. The science of the human being. You know, that science. I think, and it's because of the context in which he is singing as well, and the purpose of the music as well, to make people move and to dance. Obviously, I may be less inclined towards the rotations of our waist, etc., especially in public forums. All right. Other than that, our ability to move and express ourselves in different contexts are essential as human beings. Right? All big and all our sense. But obviously, because of the setting of some of his music, he would add certain things. But that per se is not a tremendous part of our culture. Enjoyment together, jump up together, right? Dance together, even once the context of our dance is a little more decent, is a beautiful thing. The coming together of thousands of people, the celebration of our history, the celebration of our history in a proper way. Camboulet, Old Mass, depictions of what has gone and what we want to see in the future, right, is a beautiful thing. The explosions of color, the unity, our perspectives on life, the relaxation away from the rat race. Yeah, we had to work. Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean people, we had to work, and we cannot be averse to production and work and service. But of course, our culture of enjoying, of lining, of relaxing as well. Such a beautiful aspect of our culture of, don't study that, of let her pass, let her slide, of forgetting could be a real beautiful thing, eh? But we have to be careful too. It could also be a absolute negative as well. Right? We forgive, but we don't forget. We don't forget certain things. Least we forget our history. Least we forget things we are supposed to remember and then fall into the same trouble. If you hit a big hole yesterday, today you should not hit that big hole. Don't forget that. Especially if it's a big, big hole. So if we make a mistake yesterday, we bounce we head with a certain type of woman or a certain type of man or a scammer or wherever, we shouldn't bounce we head again with that big stone, with that big hole. Tremendous culture we have in Trinidad and Tobago in certain ways. We tell people the most serious things in joke. We tell people the most serious things in joke. Right? You and toothpaste fall out or? That's a serious thing in terms of your hygiene and thing. But we so creative. We so incredible in our expression. We go express it in a nice way, in a funny way. Laugh, but go and brush your teeth after. You want toothpaste fall out, or what's going on with you? There's so much that we have to be grateful for in terms of our culture. There's so much positivity and love and goodness in the way that we do things as Trinbagonian that we should hold on to. And then the things that we kind of shaky, because we shaky in some ways, eh? We real shaky in some ways. Trinidad, we shaky. We need to fix those problems. So, Michael Teja, right, I know somebody older listeners maybe, I really like that song too much, but take it in a little bit. The other thing with the power of repetition is that you don't like something now, but if it is played over and over to you, it grows on you. They say that it grows on you, right? And that is part of what has taken place with our culture as well. There are things that are foreign to us. Selfishness and greed, and they're not really Trinbagonian culture. I reject it. You know, and I really call on Trinbagonians to reject that, right? But if it is repeated to us, if people reinforce it through video, film, movies, music, over, then it kind of seeps into you. And we have to be real careful. We have to be real careful about what is being repeated to us. Right? So I give an example. There was another lovely time in this country where reggae music ruled. I don't know if all are old enough to remember that. Some young people, they just have a little taste of Sizzla and Capleton and Anthony B because it's just so much classic, you know. But there was a time when reggae ruled. And the pulse of the whole place was different. The consciousness through that repetition was a little bit different. And somebody switched it up on us. Somebody switched it up on us. So we as shapers of the society, we as parents, we as adults, we have to know how we are going to shape our children. Right, on the way to the beach the other day, I making sure I playing my Bob Marley for them children to listen to. Because they could get a lesson from that. Yeah, man. I like that you mentioned that, Ziad. Right? We have to put in their minds what we want in their minds. So that they will be productive, intelligent, conscious. So nobody can just thief their head. Don't let anybody else program your children. Program your children in a positive way. Because somebody will, in the absence of you doing it, something else will. something else will. So I listening to the programming of the youths that going on now. Right? As listen to it, as look at the response, as look at the way they repeat the music over and over and the film and certain things. We have to be careful, Trinidad and Tobago. Minister Education. I know you now start, but it real. It real. And it's not just in the classroom. It real. Alright, so I just wanted to share this one as well with you all. We don't have the rights to the music. Alright, but it's something trending right now. Let's see if what's going on here? Right.
Lucky thing, bright lights never bother me. Say you have an issue, sound like a you problem, but a short can't bother we. All on my mind is how we making more money. Come on, we're rich like Saga. Group of companies, money call me answer. No fault, me coulda cancel culture. Couple trucks like Sammy. Start up the chopper, next flight they palm me. Man, we're rich like Calco. District shut down anytime I wanna go. Hold that your change, could have swim me lactose. Nah, and every time I dream, me work harder. Well, if a life man never live, legacy I feel build. All in my sleep, me 1 millions coming in. Generational wealth, what we have for men. We have to win. Come on, more rich like Chandler. Skyline view from the bedroom sofa. High above the Lord, them can't pull me over. Carbon seats with the Alcantara. More land and Rover. More rich like Ricky. My ties on a beach side in Fiji. G5, so my past life can't see me. Reach heights with them bad mind can't pray with. Bad mind can't pray with. Can't make me feel guilty for pursuing financial freedom. And then family that suffer with no one to lean on. That life to give me every reason to build a lifestyle with a status like Elon. Must buy one island, resorts in Thailand, hotels and franchise, riches like Sultan. Riches like Sultan. Come on, we're rich like Saga. Group of companies, money call me answer. No fault, me coulda cancel culture. Couple trucks like Sammy. Start up the chopper, next flight they palm me. Man, we're rich like Calco. District shut down anytime I wanna go. Hold that your change, coulda swim me lactose. Nah, and every time I dream, me work harder. Come on, we're rich like Saga. Yo. Come on, we're rich like Saga.
I'm pulling it up. It sound good, right? Music, I mean, it sound good. But, yeah, we will get it just...
Lucky thing, bright lights never bother me. Say you have an issue, sound like a you problem, but a short can't bother we. All on my mind is how we making more money. Come on, we're rich like Saga. Group of companies, money call me answer. No fault, me coulda cancel culture. Couple trucks like Sammy. Start up the chopper, next flight they palm me. Man, we're rich like Calco. District shut down anytime I wanna go. Hold that your change, coulda swim me lactose. Nah, and every time I dream, me work harder. Well, if a life man never live, legacy I feel build. All in my sleep, me 1 millions coming in. Generational wealth, what we have for men. We have to win. Come on, more rich like Chandler. Skyline view from the bedroom sofa. High above the Lord, them can't pull me over. Carbon seats with the Alcantara. More land and Rover. More rich like Ricky. My ties on a beach side in Fiji. G5, so my past life.
Yeah, so... a lot to unpack, right? A lot to unpack. But Voice is a leader. If all you don't know, right? We think Miss Prasad Bisasa is a leader. Yes, she is definitely a leader. Yes, Penelope Beckles is a leader. But Voice is a leader. And in certain realms and sectors. He is more of a leader to the youth than even our Prime Minister, because his relatability is tremendous. For a matter of fact, I heard rumors that during the election period, the People's National Movement was trying to get Voice to go on the platform to sing. I think he probably refused. And I'm not talking about joke money, right? I'm not talking about joke money, proper money. Not Sabga money, as he's talking about in his song, but proper money they were willing to fork out to pay this young man to come on their platform to sing, just because of the relate and the respect and the fame or whatever that he has, and the way that young people look at him. The fact that if he endorses, that young people who follow him would be inclined towards voting for whatever entity he is even around. Understand this thing, right? So this brilliant young man, because he is brilliant in the industry that he exists in, respect and big up to Voice and everybody else in the team, right? Team. This young man has not just built himself, he has a team. He has a brand, alright? And he has an idea where he wants to go. You know, as a older young man now, I had to reach out to my brother and try to also guide him as well, because he looking up to certain people, and Trinidad and Tobago, and we look up to certain people in the society, and he clearly outlines mentors in terms of economic standing in our society. That is what he's doing. He looking up to certain people who he has seen been able to amass wealth. But we need to think about it. Is it a sustainable model for people to all strive towards being that rich, wealthy? Is it even sustainable that you have 20 Sabgas in a society? Is that sustainable? Is it really something to strive towards amassing, accumulating that amount of personal wealth? I don't know. Let me answer them questions. We as a people had to answer them questions. We had to answer them questions. We had to know what really we on. We had to understand what we about. What's the model we on? We still on. Now I should fuse in now a little calypso from Sparrow, but now self my life could get pulled because, oh God, Voice is great, but Sparrow and obviously copyright and stuff, report, whatever, you know, on certain mediums. But is it that good citizen, right, inverted commas, is that crass capitalism, that accumulation of tremendous wealth, what we want to put up as the aim for our society? Should everybody be shooting for Sabga money? No, well, we have to tell ourselves. We have to tell ourselves. And are those individuals who we aspire to, are they proper moral examples? Are they proper even business examples? for what Trinidad and Tobago should be. I'm just saying. I ain't knocking it, you know. Are they what we want to become? Are they what we are supposed to try to become? As the saying go, me hating the players is the game. You gotta hate the game. What game are we playing in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it a rat race to the top? Is it domination and one person, one entity, you know, amassing and becoming super over others and utilizing others on your way up because you can't do it alone? Paying the least to hold back the most? Is it that, or is it we working together towards mutual collective success and survival? We cutting each other throats to the top, or we protecting each other as a group, all going forward? All of we want to live comfortable together, or some live beyond comfortable and the rest live however you live. Understand it. Let us be careful. Understand it. If we say rich like Bob Marley, you make money like that. Bob make plenty money. And then give it away. And then give it away. And then feed the multitude. That makes sense. And everybody live and everybody is love. Okay, you keep some for a rainy day. No problem. One would argue if you have ability and skills and strength to make, well, not really make money, but to get money through whatever means. Nobody actually makes money except whichever English firm or whatever prints our money, right? But if you have the ability to, you know, get money flowing into you, and things get a little stormy at one point, then you're going to still be able to bounce back. But if you don't want to be in that position, all right, you keep your spending not too high, and you keep a little rainy days. But are we telling our young people to amass? Are we telling our young people get rich? Well, I don't even want to talk about what the rappers have been feeding us before, right? Get rich or die trying. That's a whole different mad level. Security bag, security bag, security bag, security bag. How? Get rich. How? I hope that, you know, this excellent artist, you know, and he's a decent example too for the youths in the sense that he not really on that negativity either. Like, he not violent crass. He not violent in no means whatsoever. You know, just obviously in his formation of himself, he aspires to certain things in terms of economic standing. And big up the young man too, he's actually economically sound. Sound as, you know. But who you're watching, who you're looking up to, who your mentors are, and who you're teaching also the generation underneath you, who are looking up to you to aspire to. It's not easy. The shaping of the human being, the shaping of our culture is a very, very important task. So I wanted really to touch on these two songs, right? Michael Teja as well. Big up my brother, right? Blessings to you. Big up, respect, even voice as well, big up. We come into the break and, you know, then we could discuss the issue as we go a little forward. Yeah, and I want to bring in some of the comments because I've seen some real sensible comments online as well. And we'll take the calls as well. 342008146653991. Pay attention to the children now, yeah. Blessing. Let's take a break.
So pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
J.E. Guide Funeral Home and Crematorium Limited is a family-friendly funeral service provider serving the nation for over 75 years. We provide at-need and pre-need services at our 2 locations, 120 Coffee Street, San Fernando, and Craignish Village, Princestown. Contact us at any time at 235-5049 and 652-4261, or find us on Facebook and Instagram. We are family-driven, family-centered.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A.N.R. Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Don't miss June savings at Furniture Plus. Get up to 50% off shop appliances, furniture, electronics, mattresses, and more. Buy now, pay later with affordable higher purchase plans. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines. Travel miles with your purchase. Visit any Furniture Plus stores or shop online.
Every child is created for excellence. Release the natural intelligence from every child with the IBG educational products. Just listen to these testimonies.
He wanted to read to show me what he can read in one day time. We get through the program and she made real good marks.
And she's singing the song. She liked the song too bad.
And they were really excited. It's success in no time for them.
With the IBG educational products, we guarantee instant learning to all.
This is about the best thing I've seen.
It is extremely well.
At IBG, we project the young minds of today to be leaders tomorrow. Just call us at 330-1384 or WhatsApp us at the same number, 330-1384. Delivery at your door. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Start working from at home with the IBG educational products and send them out to school as champions.
Are you tired of scratching the surface? Do you want to understand the real forces shaping Trinidad and Tobago? From the delicate dance of our energy sector on the global stage, to the geopolitical shadows behind the crime affecting our streets, we dig deeper. The third umpire goes beyond the headlines. We connect the dots between local challenges and the international currents that truly impact your life, your wallet, your security. Join Stephen Matheson, Selvin Mitchell, and Ronaldo Rollux, 3 employment law and human resource management consulting professionals, as they unpack the complexities, analyze the power plays, and reveal the often hidden realities. Understand the game. Understand your role in it. The third umpire, critically analyzing Trinidad and Tobago's economic and political realities on how they affect your daily lives. Tune in Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on the Street 919 FM. Don't just listen to the news. Understand it.
TNT, get ready Get hungry and get to the hut because it's lunchtime. From pizzas to pastas, breadsticks to cinnamon rolls, Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat lunch buffet is all yours for only $55. Sundays to Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and extended to 4 p.m. on Sundays. Check socials for info on selected locations nationwide and take your hunger to the hut. Pizza Hut. Now that's delivering.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Whoever said messy was a bad thing totally missed the point. Take that hit song everyone loves now. It probably started like this. Baby, calm down. That's why KFC is celebrating the messy moments with our Messy Cruncher and Messy Zinger sandwiches for only $34.95. Imagine a crunchy, golden brown, flavorful chicken sandwich sauced to perfection with our signature sweet, spicy, tangy sauces. Oh boy. So crunch into the deliciously messy moments today. Check socials for details. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Right, I want to start off by mentioning some of the comments online, right? So it is mental slavery. It is when they make our ancestors demons and their ancestors saints, right? Of course, historically, the way that they shape our society by putting certain people to the fore. I think he's speaking specifically about Christopher Columbus. And just by coincidence, yesterday I took a picture of the defaced statue in Tamron Square, right? Because people been at him. People been at distressing, not even distressing, at dealing with, you know, the wicked statue of Christopher Columbus. And as we approach emancipation, we demand that that statue be removed from the square in Port of Spain, right? Get it gone. Mayor for Port of Spain, Chinua, whoever is responsible, get it gone quickly, please, before the people get it gone. Because that is a affront and a disrespect to all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It is an embarrassment that in 2025, with knowledge and consciousness, we still have that as a statue. Put that in the evil section in the museum, a depiction of the murderer, rapist, etc., etc. Put a plaque on him or whatever, and you ain't even bound to clean him up, right? Because he's looking like a mess. And there's a set of demon faces around the bottom, of course, because he's a demon too. Morning, caller, morning.
Hi, morning. Look how you calling for that. That Emancipation Support Committee should have been doing that all the time. That shouldn't be even be there right now. I should show you that the Emancipation Committee come like an own entity right now. You see? But here now, here I called for this morning. I watched the debate in Parliament yesterday. Right, boy, you know, sometimes you start to watch a movie and the movie going so good you can't leave it. I watched that debate straight down to nearly midnight last night. I won the population. Yes.
Okay.
And I calling on the population to get involved and start to watch this debate. If you hear the amount of things come out from what PNM do and what PNM used to do, and PNM using reverse psychology, making it look as if like the UNC was in office all the time, and they want to account for this and account for that and account for this. These people like they're going crazy, but they're so delusional, like they're mad now. You know, that debate was something else. Why? I'm calling on the population to start looking and listening to these debates, because the amount of things coming out that PNM used to do and the corruption that took place in their tenure is amazing.
Well, yeah.
All right, Spirit. How about
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm looking at the news there now. Yeah, I pull up the newspaper as you mentioned it. Last night I had a good sleep early. You know, I watched international news. I watched the local news as well. I saw a couple clippings, short videos out of Parliament with Mr. Roger Alexander speaking to Marvin Gonzalez. Well, making an address, but talking about Mr. Marvin Gonzalez as well. And obviously, you know, all in the news yesterday was this DCP Suzette Martin being probed. You know, it's funny how tides just change. It's funny how she was once, not too long ago, probing the Commissioner of Police, the former Commissioner of Police, and now, you know, they're probing her. Yeah, it seemed like the police service have more politics and bacchanal than Parliament. First is bacchanal, right? Let us get it correct, please. Let us act in the best interest of the population. Morning caller.
Good morning, Granny, listening to your show.
Morning, welcome.
Yes. I appreciate Emancipation Day. I born on Emancipation Day.
Oh, nice blessings. I hope I remember to tell you, well, around the time and happy birthday, right? That's a blessing.
And Granny has listened to your show.
Right.
Now, where I grew up, when I was young, I grew up North Manzanilla, Logan Road. So I grew up among my Creole people. In West Indian Reader, when we learn Creole people. And they would say Indian people. And the life was so loving.
Yeah.
It was so nice. And let me tell you, who was supporting Eric Williams, support he. Who was supporting who they support. They never make politics, any racial statement between we people, right? They will make jokes. Who's PNM? Who's UNC? No PDP, it was. They never take politics to make race among. And when I'm telling you, nice and loving life. So I would like people to know emancipation is not like beating a drum or dancing or that. They will get up in the morning and you know what they will come? They will say, good morning. They want to know if you're sick, if you're living. You understand?
Yeah.
And when we know it's Christmas, we will make dal puri. We never had 12 children. The next one had 14. And we would live loving. They could vote who they want. And you talk about respect. None never hold gun to thief. And I always saying this. That is what is emancipation. What is in you? You saying you is African. But you saying Israel Indian. You want to fight for as African. You don't like this. You want to fight as an Indian. You don't like that. But everyone is wearing the American style in. What's Carnival Road is there on the street? It didn't have that in my days when I was young. It had Carnival. You could not see those disrespectful things. You could not see nakedness and disrespectful thing on the streets like that. No, they used to dance. They had music. They had mass, not this kind of thing. So I grew up among real nice Creole people, loving. And they would come by us. We would go by them. And it was real love. The thing with an Indian, you can't say you is an Indian. You would only be an Indian. What is your culture? And you say, I'm an Indian, this is my culture. Not the wearing alone, not the food alone. What you would bring out from you, what you have in you, that love for everybody, that love for animals, that love for plants, certain plants.
Yeah.
This is why we call ourselves a human son. I love your program. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you too. Thank you very much, Mom. Yeah, so we had a culture, Mom explaining it to us, right? And our culture was love. And we take away the love for each other. We give up the love for each other, which is Trinbagonian culture, and start this love for money. This love for money, where the central theme of our music, not just I'm knocking my boy voice, because voice been singing positive tunes right through. There's just like a exception, right? But we give up that love for life, for each other. And we love money. And it has carried us to a nasty, dangerous place. It involves exploitation for the accumulation. It involves overpricing. It involves underpaying. because we desire to accumulate it. It involves hoarding. It involves impoverishing others. This love of money mashing up the society. You switch it off there, morning. Go ahead.
Oh, for a blessed morning, give thanks to health and strength.
Yeah, man. That's the real thing there. That's the real blessings. Go ahead.
I feel this emancipation day. You go break all the chains, you know?
Yeah, I feel we go break some chains emancipation day.
But for what? You know, I never put no dashiki and grung. You Savannah for emancipation day in my life. And find black people, they doesn't want nothing at all. We never have a piece of land. We have nothing, you know. I think Dr. Early come on that platform and see disappointed in the African community with the bottom line for Emancipation Day.
I disappointed in him.
Every year they renting a piece of, every year they rented some tent and put about the Savannah Day. They never ability to show the craft, the work.
They renting the tent. Them tent don't belong to some member of the organization or African person renting. I hope
no, that person look like me and you.
Nah, man. Nah, I don't have a...
Like group and company.
Nah, man. The trucks and thing on the road for emancipation is not African-owned. Afro-Trinbagonians own them trucks. Music trucks. We own some business and some trucks and some tents and... We don't own that? Sound systems and thing? We supposed to... No?
But I will own it too, but the majority we do all that.
All that.
Look
so what emancipation we celebrating then?
Well, remember that program and your program with this man, really, I forget his name, and he was showing some pictures with emancipation. You see the little small little folk hope they have, a set up bush, they have nothing, boy.
Yeah.
Look the Honorable Baswe Pandi, the soul rest in peace. You get them a piece of land in Tree City, roll, you come and take it away.
Yeah, take it away from Bandman. Yeah. We will get it back.
Yeah,
and we will get rid of the people who conspire to give it. All who conspire to give it away, we will get rid of them too. Don't worry.
But look, David Marble got a piece of land with the Honorable Carl. We never see no black leaders go up there and empower David Mohammed.
Yeah.
They gave him a bigger land. You know where I'm coming from?
And the amazing things that Dr. David do with that piece of land. We built a center there. I remember my scaffolding on that building it. I remember the work done by the group, the Nation Islam, to build that. And it's only 5 down, and they want to take it. And it has some land next door. Instead of they empower positivity.
Yeah.
So that more could be done.
But
they're fighting it.
But for what look like going on here, it's still going on here where yesterday, you know, Prince Simon?
Yeah.
That big building, it was a good pan, man. Watch that building there. I know it have a community homework center there. Watch the building, the roof. Watch how that place looking.
Yeah. We're going to build it over soon, don't worry.
People by for the last 9 years. We're going to piano government, but
we're going to build it soon.
Talk about it. Yeah, William, I want to talk about all the piano stuff where we before this something else. And first they should say natural. Oh, wicked black people as I go.
Right. Nah, them is not black people. Them is Oreos, there's coconuts, there's something, but they ain't black people. They hard black in a negative way, although black is goodness and blessings, right? Morning caller.
Good morning, Mr. Abuaka.
Hey, morning, my brother.
My concern as a citizen of this country is the development of this country, the improvement of the lives of the people of this country. Everyone, in every nook and every corner
exactly.
in this country.
Yeah.
Whether black, white, Syrian, Chinese, or whatever.
Green, pink, orange, everybody.
And I don't like to be critical of certain organizations within this country, but I would ask myself, what has the Emancipation Committee done over the last 20, 30 years they have been in existence? To improve, to educate, to enlighten the people, the black people they claim to represent in this country. Is there a museum, a black museum with artifacts from Nigeria or Ghana, Guinea, anywhere? The money that was given to them, that money, what they do sometimes is they bring people from Africa, all resigned, the leaders who gone their way and all, some of them being tyrants and all kind of things come here in this Museveni from Tanzania and all that kind of nonsense. What has that done to improve, to educate, to build the poor black people? That money couldn't be spent better in going to those communities and trying to establish cooperatives with these people.
Yeah.
It couldn't be spent to go into those communities and establish groups or whatever it is, where people learning center for people.
Yeah.
Given the skill and the time, the talent, the education, the knowledge and whatnot to those people.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I can't understand it.
I understand. You understand? There was no effort to uplift Afro-Trinbagonian people.
You could go in there, mobilize and empower the people. Most of the children, in between that August holiday period, you could go in there. If you're so concerned about Africa and African awareness and all that, you could have classes in African history.
Yeah.
You could educate them on South Asian history, because most of them in there were historians. Some of them work in libraries and all kind of nonsense. You could go in there, you could make a contribution to the development of your black people. You could go in there to tell them the relationship between India and Africa, tell them about the ZDs and them in Africa, the migration of the East Africa, the relationship or the connection with East Africa and India, the movement, the transportation between people moving from Africa to India and from East Africa to India. Tell them about the trade.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Tell them about, all these things. You could lift the understanding and the awareness of these people. Nothing.
Yeah, but I want to be abundantly clear and also fair as well, right? That entity that exists, I don't think that its mandate is that wide. I think they just get money for Emancipation Day to put on something, and that's it. I do not know that they are funded in a manner in which they can do development for the Afro-Trinbagonian person. And beyond that, there are little efforts that are made, right? There are people who do seminars and classes. They come to mind right now, and some of them are part of that organization. But
where these seminars are conducted?
Right around the emancipation period, right in the village, they have small classes.
You need a sustained.
Precisely.
It must be sustained. You have they gone to Bagatelle?
No.
Have they gone to your area? Not I want to your area. Have they gone to Carnage? Have they gone up to the Laventine Hill up there, in the hill up there?
No.
Is it sustained?
No, but that's not. I advance to you that as well, right? I'm not making an excuse too much, but just don't, because there's a real excellent way that people who are responsible just pass on the responsibility to our next group and make us blame them now. I don't think they have that mandate. I don't even think they say that is what they are doing. I think all that they do is manage emancipation for the most part.
Well, I don't know, but I am saying that if you could do it on an incremental basis, you don't have to be complete throughout Trinidad.
Yeah.
Every year, if you take a community, if you go to Point Comana or Las Mita or Carnage or wherever it is, you go to Bagatelle or you go to Piti Valley this year. Next year, you mount a program there. You do something, but there's no reflection, there's no indication that anything has been, and it doesn't cost much. The amount of money they get. If you want to mount a program in let's say in Bagatelle or in the River Estate or wherever it is for one, the money that you receive could more than do the job.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to invite one of them onto the program to discuss the issues and discuss the development of Afro-Trinbagonians, because we have a specific issue within our context and our country. And the former Prime Minister shamefully indicated that Afro-Trinbagonians are at the bottom of the barrel, and then it did absolutely nothing to advance that group. Right? For a matter of fact, he acted in the contrary, in my opinion, to keep that group even further down. So
Anyhow, what I want to say is this: is that I just give my position on it.
Yes, man. Thank you.
All I'm saying is that something has to be done, or they must do something, or they must get probably
We must let us do something.
Yeah, but the point about it is that they must provide the leadership.
Yeah.
Right? They must lead us. That is their mandate.
Yeah.
They have assumed that mandate, and they must live up to it. That is what I'm saying. Listen, when I speak, I don't come to the radio to speak because I want glory or fame. I do because I see certain shortcomings. I see where things are not being done, and I comment on them. As a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to see improvement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Morning, brother.
I agree with you totally for the past Prime Minister. I agree with you totally. But what I want to tell you is don't make no excuse for the Emancipation Support Committee. Make no excuse for them.
They will come and explain their position. I will bring them on.
Yeah, well, that sensible thing you're doing by bringing them to explain.
Yes, I will bring them to explain and give account to what's going on. He who assumes leadership has the responsibility. Plenty people like the crown, Plenty people like the crown. They want to be in charge. They want to hold the money. As the old woman say. You remember that old woman? She say, Miss Bissessa, she was giving licks them days, for passing the road and stuff. Yeah. But she say, you want to hold the money and you're playing queen, right? Some of us want the crown. We want to be in charge. Yes. We want to collect the money from the government. But it have a responsibility with that.
I could tell you, I used to match with them. I used to buy the most expensive African wear to be with them. Walk in the sun, rainfall, and somehow the other rain always falling on that there. Rainfall, I get soaked down. My clothes get heavy because of the water. But as a proud African, I walk in till the sun dry. I get dry in the sun again by the time we reach the savannah. And every year was a privilege to be there to cruise as an African. But then at the end of the day, after that, all that marching and all that wetting, then what?
More wetting.
Nothing.
More
wetting. The
only
time I hear about from the leader is when coming along to time to collect the 5 million again. If all the years of collecting that money, instead of using 5, they use 3. Or even if they use 4 and they take 1 and invest it. How much money David Mohammed start that place of the road for?
Yeah.
He started nothing. It's all the people come together, who is carpenter, who is mason, who is this, who is that. Why the Emancipation Support Committee couldn't do the same thing? And who are these people running the Emancipation Support Committee? Right? Yeah. Do they have elections? Is this a family business? Is this an organization? What it is, we don't know. Nothing. All kind of things have gone with black people in this place. You don't hear the Emancipation Support Committee coming to their assistance in nothing. Only when come a wrong time to collect this 5 million, they will appear and talk this and have a fashion show. Mama guy, same thing like PNM. This year is not the year for Mamagism.
Yeah. 2025 is not a year for Mamagism.
So them and all that, watch. I sorry David Mohammed was new leader.
Yeah.
They must tell me, let me know if we have any election and thing. I will go up past it. Yeah. All they call election, organize, let me know what if it's a family business or organization or what. Let me know. We want answers for that now.
Yeah, man.
Moving forward.
Yeah, this emancipation though. Yeah. Big up one of your own nice dashiki or whatever and come out, right? Because I going out and I'm leading a large group as well. So come out with us, please. Because there's the first year of emancipation in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Because like it didn't have emancipation before.
If Tory come in, I come out.
Listen carefully. I wondering how, if it's possible to advance the idea to try to bring him, but it could be hard. It could be hard to bring him.
Yeah, but them Them with him thinking down that line.
Boy, I thinking who to bring, and he's the only person in my mind that I could think that could inspire Afro-Trinbagonians towards a certain level of independence and strength and positivity. But to get him here, nah, it could be high. Remember they gunning for him too?
Yeah. But at least it's a thought still. At least it's a thought.
Yeah.
You see that way we talking about. Sometimes when you give a present, it's not the word of the present, no, it's just the thought.
Yeah.
You see, and them in thinking along them lines at all. Whether they could make it happen or not, they in him thinking along them lines.
Yeah.
Oh, have a bless you.
Yeah, you too, brother. Strength. Right? So, all in line with what we're talking about, because our young African leaders like Voice, because he's a young leader, right? And he's Afro-Trinbagonian and doing positive things and has a strong following. We need to think along these lines. Go ahead, Prezi. Morning.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you, man.
Good morning, Imam Fuad Abubakar. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I usually be up early because I really just want to hear my program from 6 o'clock. So I just make sure I set up for that.
Nice.
Thank God that I'm up this morning and thanking God for having this program, this going on today, and we all could hear and we all could make up our mind to what we really want to do for our society. Thank you, dear Papa God. Now, we're talking about emancipation basically as what I'm hearing here. And I want to start first by saying, with the unity that we want in Trinidad and Tobago, it must first be understood that we, as a people, we lost in the mind in many respects. Although we may be looking for emancipation, there is many that we can't see. We can't see to unite. We can't see to have respect. We can't see to appreciate one another. It's hard to see it. Why it's hard to see it? Because what we live in is a deceptive, what we call ignorance with one another. Until we change that. Because even as you said, the Emancipation Committee, I look at that and hear the word Emancipation Committee. If they must say Emancipation Organization, we using words out here that not really fitting as reality to what we're doing. A committee is not an organization as such. Every year, as I say, a committee, these people and them getting the grant of whatever they're getting. I see the bill, no such an institute or nothing, which is one of the first things they should do or should have done as an organization. I remember NJAC and all, NJAC as it was, they encourage an institutional attitude. And these are the things supposed to, when you're talking about emancipation. And that's all I hear is from so long years ago. How long would we carry on this emancipation thing, which emancipation really is when Marshall say, go from here. So he emancipated away from the colonialism out of the slavery. But then the day after he emancipate you, what do? You still telling me, but you emancipating your mind. It is nothing but you emancipating because somebody give you emancipation. What you want to do now is to liberate your mind out of the emancipation. We don't use that word. I don't say emancipation committee or whatever they call it. Using the word liberation to the extent that that is what needs so that a person could get, a human being could get liberated away from the colonialism, away from the evils. Because we perpetuating the evils of slavery still. And as long as we perpetuating the evils of slavery, we continue to live in massacre compounds.
Yeah.
And these are the things we have to understand. I want to shift by the Indian a little bit. In calling the Indian, many of us Indian who is more or less looking blackish or brownish. Why they looking blackish and brownish? Because they're melanin. The melanin what you see there is because they're black. It's because they basically is Africans who migrated over to the Indus Valley. And in migrating to the Indus Valley, they maintained that until the Aryan Indian, white Indian from East Germany came down and mash up their place and bring them into a sort of a slavery until the British came. So we have to understand that we need a unity with the Indian people. The Indian people must understand the melanin consciousness and link to have that unity in Trinidad and Tobago. That is basically what happened. We have to understand the history content of how it come down to be this today.
Yeah, definitely.
There is no Indian being black. I don't really basically. But if they carry a mood to be separated from African people because of African people's dilemma, it will stay in that conscious ignorance of racism. I would pause there a little bit and let me understand. We the people, as I say, let us form organization to demand growth from even the Emancipation Committee. With this money they're getting right through, and it's just money for them, but no money to support no kind of institute growth or anything for African people or for Trinidad and Tobago on the whole. So I will pause there. I hear Mr. West say it well, he could have bring in more. I know he have education and intelligence enough to bring in plenty things. He's a fella to really admire because he know a lot. And he's supposed to be able to help to teach him who want to learn. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We definitely teaching who want to learn. And we ask Trinbagonians to tune in on our morning, right? 91.9 FM, live on Facebook, live on YouTube as well. Tune in to something where we could learn, where we could progress and move forward. It is absolutely imperative, absolutely important for Afro-Trinbagonians, Indo-Trinbagonians to unite. I envision if there is an emancipation committee towards further emancipation of our people, it had to have East Indians on the emancipation committee. Once they are conscious and minded towards the freedom and the upliftment of people. Mr. Pandey and my father would have conceptualized and brought Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture back to Trinidad and Tobago for emancipation. That was a tremendous initiative. Someone who other political entities banned, PNM banned the man from Trinidad. A Pan-Africanist, a fighter for black power, an intellectual. People revere his intelligence and his morals and his strength. African leaders, Rawlins and others, his writings they read and followed him. My father went and met him in Africa when, he was not so well and close to passing. And it is the president of which one of the African states, I can't remember, who hosted them. And we lost for consciousness in this Trinidad and Tobago in the West here. We lost. We are leaders bringing, who we bring? The last leader brings some Ashanti king. What? And fool with some stupid talk about it at African kings and da-da-da. And when you check what's going on, they sell slaves and gold and sell all, even humans as slaves. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning. Love in the house, man.
Yeah, love all the time.
But Mali say emancipate yourself from mental
slavery. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You see, all what you doing this, and you trying to bring this African thing, and they have to have consciousness They had to know, you had to let them know what is a Muslim, why is a Muslim, what is the purpose. These is things they had to have consciousness. That emancipation colonial thing, it is no consciousness, it is no God, and that it's just a whole set of black people just playing the fool. So sometimes you, as a spiritual kind of man, you have to put it in.
Yeah.
Consciousness, these little African black boys or whatever you call them, they have to know what is the purpose of their life.
Yeah.
You get that from the faith as a Muslim. Why you don't brush your mouth? Why you don't wash your hand before you eat? All these things, it will help me with all this emancipation and all this foolish religion thing with it.
Yeah, let us be conscious. Let us understand. But we teaching. We have to teach them.
So when you go in the area sometimes, you know why you have to introduce them to the faith and the Muslim and things? To bring consciousness in their life and purpose. Most of the fellas, most of the African, from the PNM, all of them rowdy, all of them living without consciousness. They're a devil.
Yeah.
Brother?
Yeah, man.
God gave a mission, and my thing, because I listen to them go there, and I hear all of them talking, all of them president, and they're talking white, but they ain't talking consciousness. And let me tell you something. The Muslims is African. So we go in all about and looking for religion. And they know that if they don't know. All right.
Yeah, man. Blessings, brother. Yeah. Right? There must be a purpose to life. And that's why I'm saying to the young people, and I will talk to Voice and I will talk to Michael Teja as well. The purpose of life cannot be just fortune and fame. It cannot be just the accumulation of wealth. Don't look up to Ricky. Don't look up to Calco. Don't look up to Sabga. Better look up to Bob Marley. Better look up to Kwame Ture. Don't look up to them fellas. Them fellas go lead you astray. Riches is not the aim. The aim of life is not riches. How much chain you go on your neck? Okay, you're showing me, one of them showing me a bracelet, he have one all diamonds, whatever thing, and saying, I'm a million, TT, whatever, and me, by really looking like nothing to me. That impressing me. Between me and you, I mean, you're telling me the real and thing, you must be have some kind of certificate and all kind of thing. Jacob the jeweler trick you and take you set up money with your father, pave road and do all kind of thing for, right? But with that make you feel better about yourself or some kind of thing? Boy, I tell you all here, delusions, you know. Trinidad and Tobago, let us come out of this delusional fiction that the devil put in for we. Let we understand what we really want of we nation. But if you throw that bracelet in a corner somewhere, and we take our pack of cards and we sit down and we play some all fours together and laugh, you would get more enjoyment from that, more love, more kicks, more whatever, than you. Oh wow, your bracelet so expensive. Oh God, boy. And Voice so good with his tunes to it. So thing he say when money call he answer after he talk about Sam Sabrina and Sam McCall. And then he's so good. He say boy real lyrics in his song too, you know. Real lyrics in his song don't get up with him, you know. Creative. But what we creating, what direction we leading the people in? What direction? Life is riches. Listen to Bob Marley. Look up to Bob Marley. Sing about Bob Marley. Where's riches? Possessions make you rich? Possessions make you rich? No. Life. Life and love. Nobody don't like all your, some all your, with all your riches because they're wicked. Nobody don't like all your. They're pretending to like all your. All they living nasty, cut up. All they have and all they envious of others. You have you on top and you're fighting down somebody coming up. You're giving the least. The least. Nobody don't like all you. And everybody want to be loved. What do you think the admiration of somebody who watching your things is you there, you feel the love? They like your things, they don't like you. They like these shiny objects that you surround yourself with. Which birds? It have a stupid bird like shiny objects and just pick them up. We's dodo birds. Come on. Uplift all your spirit now, boy. Understand the purpose of life. Stop chasing material things. Stop filling your homes with plastic and metal and all kind of stupid things. Stop filling your homes with that and giving it importance and value. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning again. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead. You stop the rampage. Sometimes it's good for somebody to stop the rampage.
I just swing away a little away from your topic because you raised it this morning with respect to this Suzette Martin and the investigation.
Yes.
And I'm saying that investigation is crucial. It's very important for the morale of the police service as a whole.
Yeah.
And for the country again. Because you cannot have what is happening there. You talk about the law and the breach of the law and whatnot. Nobody's above the law.
Nobody. Say it louder now. You have a calm way that you speak always. Let me hear it a little louder.
Nobody is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
And I would also say that nobody is beneath the law, below the law.
Exactly. Well, that is a kind of thing too, because if you can't afford in this system, you can't afford your rights, you know.
And I don't know why, I'm talking about the morale of the police service.
Yes.
Police officers and whatnot. The fact that they will be treated equally. Because I don't know people, the thing over the past 9 or 10 years is that people broke the law with, and people talk about government officials breaking the law with impunity.
And instructing others to break the law.
And down the road, people jump in the brew. And the fact remains is that I don't know if this man didn't wrote this letter, this correspondence to the Commissioner of Police, whether that thing would have been investigated.
Yeah.
The government of Barbados accepted liability or responsibility and liability for what and decided to compensate the man, Brent Thomas.
Brent Thomas, I was forgetting his name.
And that's a serious breach of the law. Because the fact remains, the law point out certain must be taken, entered into, in extraditing people from foreign countries. You have a legislation here, you have the treaty, and you're not abiding by it. You are abiding by it. Because in the past, what happened? That was the notion. And I don't think that the previous government really intended to investigate that, or to have that matter investigated. And I would probably say this, if a corporal in the police service or a sergeant take a prisoner from Sandy Grande and send him to Port of Spain headquarters without the permissions of the senior people, he would be disciplined. He would be disciplined. And the same way, if the prison officer in the prison in Port of Spain just take a man, put him on a van and send him somewhere in Tobago, he would be disciplined. And what I'm saying is that the rule of law must be observed.
Yeah, 100%.
Regardless of your status, you must abide by the law of this country. So I'm saying that is a positive step taken by Brent Thomas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much. And these abuses of process and these abuses of people's rights in Trinidad and Tobago are costing taxpayers millions of dollars. Millions. Go ahead, Prezi. You get another bite. What happening?
Yeah, I'm glad for the bite a little bit. Because I just listen to us, well.
Yeah.
Why others listen to us? And what others do when we're listening is to support more or less every melanin human being that have a thought to progress. Support that. don't bring it down. Don't talk against. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see 5 or how much millions of people even said they have one thought of Africa, one thought of the day of long time, or prehistoric, or whatever we could bring forward to bring history to us, rather than to disrespect or disappreciate one another. Now, it have a lot of people out there, instead of to bring a talk to able to help to uplift, they sit down and wait for somebody to say something so they could come and belittle that somebody.
Yeah.
Now, these are the kind of things that we have to stop. We have, instead of we belittle one, we say something that would uplift. If it's one person in our society, it will do better than you trying to belittle somebody. That person, you will have the best of knowledge. I will have the best of knowledge. But if we could say something good so somebody could learn, so we could get better in the next moment, it will always be better for all of us.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks. I give you 8 short.
All of us, many of us lost in brainwashed condition. Instead of we learn, we depressing another brother. If 10,000 million people have a thought and bring the thought to the table, oh, how a great wisdom it will be.
Yeah, how wonderful it would be. Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll stop in here there. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. 3420081466539. Right, so we try to get some new callers as well. You like to get trouble, you know. Morning. You are now calling new callers. You come in
short and sweet.
To bonfire.
You keep on work with emancipation coming here?
Yes, Emancipation Day. I am part of the the celebrations. Yeah.
I feel like a Paula that she can work with you.
And if you don't have a dashiki, just put on what you have. It's not about your garments, but we coming out.
Sure.
Right?
Coming out and get us support. We need land. We need things.
Agreed.
Time I reach home safe.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Yeah. Let us use the platforms that we have to mobilize. Right? To organize. You hear me, Prezi? I know you like them words. Right? To mobilize, to organize. We went up to Labor Day and our presence was felt. Even among the titans in the unions, the big, strong unions. And I spoke to them, and now is the time to consolidate. The UNC coalition will allow us to thrive and to move forward. Not the fake elite, not the bourgeoisie and the slave master, the new slave masters. They wouldn't allow you to go forward. They allow a token few. Listen carefully. In this new system, they allow a token few. You could play basketball good. You could play a fiddle, sing some music good. You go get paid. You could run about on a field and entertain the masses. You go get paid. And they go enrich you a bit. But the masses are the people they leave behind. We don't want no token. We want the upliftment of all the people of our nation. We want Qatar, we want Dubai, we want Kuwait, we want, if you go north, we want Switzerland. We want a country where everybody doing well. Where nobody don't even have to watch nobody thing. We don't want 50 sabgas. We don't want 50 sabgas. We want 1.4 million people living a decent standard of living. Understand what we want to create out of our society. Or you want to trade up. Or do we want to follow the module and trade everybody living good standard of living, decent life, for the opportunity to be one of 50 with super rich? What are you really doing? Think about it. What do we aspire to? Are the chains being placed on us? Are we taking the chains and putting it on ourselves? Life is the greatest life. Live good. Live good. And living good is not running down this. Unite. I could read something in one of my viewers' posts, and it is exactly my sentiments to close. Trinidad and Tobago, unite. Unite. Regardless of skin, regardless of any difference. Life is as beautiful as we choose to make it. Live, love, laugh, and then they say pay taxes. As a contribute. Oh God, if you have money, extra, help out now. Chip in if you're proud to pay taxes like South Koreans. Big companies just feel proud to fix the whole village. Big companies just give back. Big companies just feel proud. This entertainment area, this playground, maintained by us. Be your brothers and your sisters keeper, and promote strong families and strong communities. That is what we are about. And share the live and share the program. Blessings to everybody. Take care.
And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.